Hey, my name is Raj Purewal. I'm currently a junior at Springbrook High School. I'm expected to graduate in 2018. Um, I feel like I'm more so your typical Springbrook student. I'm not like the most popular person out there, but I'm not like the most unknown person out there. I do typical Springbrook student stuff, participate in Springbrook life, the typical Springbrook life. I feel like my advice is going to be very useful for upcoming freshmen because a lot of people can like relate to me in like different aspects about my life. So I feel like I was the best person to give this interview. Before I even entered Springbrook High School, before I even knew I was going to attend Springbrook High School, I thought it was a terrible high school. It has a bad reputation from being really ghetto, being really like loud, obnoxious, trash, basically just a really terrible high school. And I was a firm believer of that. And it didn't help that I knew people who used to attend Springbrook. They were dropouts. They dropped out of high school. They went down the wrong path in life. And I know people my age who are doing the same thing, but it's going to happen at any high school. And just trust me on this. Springbrook is a lot better than you think it is. If you want to make friends at Springbrook, I would say just join a club, participate in extracurricular activities like sports. Just put yourself in situations you aren't necessarily comfortable in at first. You'll grow to be comfortable in it, and as you grow to be comfortable in it, you also grow as a person. You'll make friends. Like, it's not hard to make friends at Springbrook, honestly. Just as long as you make an honest attempt at it and try your best, you'll make at least one friend. And if you're still around, and if I'm still around, when you're still around, you got me as a friend. So, hey. I think I realized Springbrook was the right high school for me sometime during my freshman year when I was speaking to my other friends who chose Paint Branch or Blake, or they just attended a completely different high school and they were not enjoying their time there. They said freshman year was like hell. They were having a terrible time. They couldn't make any friends. They didn't even like the people that they knew. They just, nothing was going their way. And then I thought about it, and just my experience at Springbrook so far has actually been very pleasant. And I'm confident that if I went to any other high school, it wouldn't be like that. Some things I would change about my freshman year just isn't necessarily Springbrook's fault. It's just my fault. I wish I cared a lot more about my grades. I mean, I still got pretty decent grades. Like, I've never had below a 3.0, but I got a C in like easy A classes just because I was lazy, just because I chose to hang out with my friends instead of turning in an assignment. I'm. It got It got so bad to the point where freshman year I did some assignments. My teacher just said come in at lunch to turn in, and I chose to hang out with my friends instead of turning in my assignments at lunch. I honestly could have had such a higher GPA if I just went into lunch. So that's my number one thing that I would change about my freshman year: care more about my grades. But another thing that I would change is just my attitude. I was still I still do make mistakes. I'm not gonna lie, sit here like I don't make mistakes. And I still make the same mistakes I did my freshman year. But just learn from me. Don't talk back to your teachers. It just makes life a whole lot harder for you. Because at the end of the day, they don't want you to fail. They want you to pass. They want you to succeed to the best of your capabilities. You're not making it easy on them by talking back. Even though the class might laugh, even though the teacher might laugh sometimes, you're just distracting everybody from the reason why they came to school in the first place, to get an education. There's a lot of advice that I wish somebody gave my freshman self. Not even just my freshman self, just a younger me, or just me right now as a person. Just, I wish I knew a lot more things, or I learned a lot more things from an earlier age. One thing I want to say is that the company you keep around you says a lot about you. if you hang around people who, get good grades, stay out of trouble, just have fun, like good, clean fun, not like you gotta break the law or something to have fun. Stay with those people. Don't just, and if you hang around bad influences, you're gonna turn into a bad influence eventually. There's nothing you can do about it. That's just how the world works. You turn into the people you hang around with. You may not be the exact same person, but you do have a lot of similarities with the people you hang around with. So if you keep yourself surrounded by good influences, you'll be on the right path. What else? Oh, another thing. Don't be one of those people. I'm not saying you shouldn't mess with a lot of people, because, having acquaintances is cool and all that, and just having friends, but don't be one of those people who just put your business out there. You're in high school, you're going to go through some stuff, whether it's relationship problems, home problems, health problems, any type of problem. You're going to go through at least one type of major problem while you're in high school, just growing up as a person. And it doesn't help when just a whole bunch of people are asking you, how's that situation going? Learn from me, because I'm kind of one of those people who, a good amount of, the stuff that I go through, not the stuff that I go through, but, actually, yeah, just, a lot of stuff that I go through, it's, kind of public, a good amount of my grade, not necessarily my grade, but, more people now would like to know about, the stuff that I go through in my personal life. And if you enjoy that somehow, then by all means go ahead, but I'm pretty sure nobody really likes it when they're going through some stuff and then everybody's just asking you about it. You just want to get away from it. You want to focus on your books, your studying, whatever makes you happy. You don't want to be focused on your problems. I'm not saying you shouldn't focus on them, but you don't want to let them bring you down. Life's really short. It can be taken from you at any time. You just want to make the most of the time that you have here on Earth, because it can be taken away from you at any time. Also, you can trust a lot of people, but don't put too much trust into people. There's a lot of people in the world, at Springbrook, at Paint Branch, at any high school you go to. It's just people in general. If they have to hurt you to better their situation, they will do it without hesitation. So just always be on the lookout, be on your P's and Q's, just know what's happening around you. Just, stay alert. Know that anything can happen. Honestly, anything can happen. You'll be surprised at what you're going to go through your whole life, actually. You're going to be surprised. Let's see, what else? Oh, another thing. One action doesn't determine who you are. If I see you smoking weed once, that doesn't mean you're a stoner. If I see you, I don't know, doing heroin once, it doesn't mean you're a druggie. Maybe, but probably, hopefully not. If I see you reading a book once, that doesn't necessarily mean you're the smartest person I know, or you're intelligent, or you're even into the book. You may not even be reading, for all I know. So you can't really judge a book by its cover, and one action does not determine who you are. Everybody makes mistakes. It's what you do from those mistakes that determine how you live. You can either make a mistake and be stuck on that mistake, just stuck in the past, or you can move on, learn from your mistake, and just try to grow as a human being. What else? Wow, there's a lot, but oh, another thing. Just because you don't get caught doing something dumb, or, it's not the best thing in the world, doesn't mean you should keep doing it. This means in and outside of school. Say, I don't know, you get caught, you steal a teacher's stapler or something, and you don't get caught, and you go home, you have a stapler right there, it's a free stapler, you came up on it. that doesn't mean you should keep coming up on stuff. At the end of the day, you stole a stapler. You made a dumb decision. You're gonna look back at it 10 years from now saying, just realizing you didn't get caught, but you kept stealing staplers just because you didn't get caught. And now you have so many staplers that you don't even know what to do with them. And you didn't get caught once, so you think it's alright, but no, you're doing something dumb. I'm not saying I steal staplers. I don't know why I'm talking about staplers. It's the first thing that came to my mind. Probably because there's a stapler like right there. Y'all can't see because I'm on camera, but yeah, just don't get caught doing something dumb like that. And even if you do get caught, even if you don't get caught, don't keep doing it. Have common sense. Common sense goes a long way. Oh, and another thing, I'm not saying you shouldn't do well in school because that actually matters, but school does not measure intelligence. I know people who just don't come to school. They don't care about it. And they're honestly smarter than people I know who have straight A's. I know people who have straight A's, honor roll, all that, and they're just dumb. I mean, that's just the truth. School doesn't measure intelligence, but you should still try your hardest. You should still try to get straight A's, Never settle for something less than the best. One final thing that I want to say, if you can come out of high school just being a happier person than you came in, not even high school, if you can just wake up one morning and you love yourself as who you are, you love everything around you, everybody around you, just, if you wake up as a happy person every single day, there's nothing more you could wish for. And another thing that I wanted to say, challenge yourself. Make sure you take as many AP and IB and AP, IB, and honors classes as you can, because you're gonna look back at it and regret not doing it. But if you are in all AP and honors and IB classes, congratulations, but you're most likely gonna have someone inside the class who doesn't necessarily fit that stereotype. Not stereotype, but who doesn't really give off the same vibe that you do. Like me personally, I took IB Spanish 5. People inside that class thought I was dumb. People thought I was a hoodlum. People thought I was wasting my time. People were surprised I was in there. Whole time I got better grades than them. And they all treated me horribly just because I wasn't inside the full IB program. And I'm not gonna act like it's only IB kids who do that. AP kids, you do that too. And I'm in mostly AP classes, and y'all still treat me like that. But and that's just me. And then I can only imagine what other people go through. People who take I don't know, all on-level classes and then on-level classes and then one AP class. All the AP students in there think that they're better than, or not all, but most of the AP students in there think that they're better than that one student. Stop that. Every single grade goes through this. Every single grade does this. From everything that I've heard, it's every single grade. Try to be the grade that stops it. We're all in this together. We're all just human beings. We're here for an education. Don't view yourself as better than somebody. And don't treat them like it either. Even if you do think it, just don't show it. Because you never know what might happen inside the future when you need them.